Alright, so hey guys, it's your boy Vandal and I'm back with another video. I really hate doing that shit. We're gonna come up with a different way to say this. Today we're gonna talk about how to make your 2020 the best 2020 it can be. So, getting into it. The year has already started, we're already really late into this part, but hopefully you've already done the most important part to getting yourself on the road to like a successful year. The most important thing that you can do when you're starting out your year is before you even do anything, before you even put anything into action, is plan. So this video is going to talk about a couple of ways that you can best try and plan out your year. And stay till the end of the video, because if you don't, my audience retention is going to go down and my YouTube video will fail and the algorithm will hate me. That's just honesty and it's not meant to be funny. So, back to everything. What we're gonna talk about today are like the many different steps. So the first thing you gotta do, obviously when you're doing anything with your videos, is videos. So the first thing you wanna do when you're thinking about your goals and what you wanna do for the year while you're planning is, what do you want? Like, everybody does it at the beginning of the year. Everybody has like New Year's resolutions. What do you wanna do? I wanna lose weight. I want to go to the gym more, I want to eat healthier, I want to look a certain way, I want to read more books. You want to do a whole bunch of things, but first you got to know what you want. So I would say first step is write down a list of things that you want to do. Write down a list so you know what you want to do. Because if you don't have a list, then you don't know what you want to do. Very simple. Some people forget that step, but don't forget to write down. Write it down, because even if you tell yourself it, you'll forget. It'll keep you, like, put it on a wall, keep it in a notebook, whatever you want to do. Just remember that you need to keep it somewhere physical. Even in your phone, that works too, it's always with you. Next is the most important part, outside of just knowing what you want, is planning how you're gonna get there. What are the steps that's gonna take you from where you are now to where you wanna be later? Because you can say you want to get from point A to point B, but if you don't have any way or map or roadmap to get there, how are you going to be somebody who's a healthier eater? How are you someone who's going to go to the gym more? How are you someone who's going to read books more? What is your game plan to get where you want to be? Now that you also have like what you want and how you're going to get there, think about like in those steps to get where you want, make those things attainable. Because if you don't make something attainable, you can have like a grandiose vision. For example, like you want to lose like 30 pounds in a month. First of all, that's a horrible thing to do. Never want to lose 30 pounds in such a short amount of time. It's unhealthy. You're probably doing something wrong off jump. But just as an example, you're rushing things and you want things to be faster than they are. And in planning, what you need to do is you need to take your time. And I know a lot of people who are watching this video are like, I can take my time. Actually know and think about how much time it's gonna take to get your goal. The other thing is making your goal as easy as possible. So for example, if you're someone who doesn't go to the gym, think about it. You wanna go to the gym, but now you go to the gym, for example, you go tomorrow and you're like, you hit the gym, and you hit it really hard, but you hit it so hard and your ass knows you haven't been to the gym in like 3 years. Then the next day when you have to go to the gym, you know what, you are fucking tired. You can't go to the gym because you exhausted yourself trying to be someone that you're not yet. You're not at that level. You're not at the level of like, I can push myself to be this. You need to take it slow. So for example, what could you do that could be the easiest thing while going to the gym? Very simple. All you could do is, I'ma do 1 rep of something a day. It is the easiest. You might not think that you are doing anything. However, you can do that 1 rep every day. And then once you get bored of it, which I'm sure you will in time, you will add more to it and then you will grow and then you'll get to that person who can hit the gym for like 5-6 hours. I don't recommend going to the gym for 5-6 hours, some dumb shit. But you could be that person. Now that you know what you want, you're planning how to get there, you're figuring out the intensity and consistency of which you want, this is the hardest part for you. This part will be the most painstaking, hard, agonizing, I don't even know what other word to use, but it is carving out time. Carving out time to make sure that you're doing it is what you want to do or can do, going to the gym, eating food, meeting friends, writing that book that you haven't written. Those things are going to be the hardest part, because you will find that you'll have work, you'll have other obligations, you'll have other excuses, all of which will allow you to say I couldn't do it, I couldn't make it. And that part is the worst part. When you start making those excuses are the thing that got us here in the first place. And we're trying to make it to the end of the year. We're not trying to end really early. We're trying to make sure that we're doing it every day. And that's why it goes back to the last point about the intensity of things, making them as easy as possible. Don't make it too hard. Make it something that a baby could do. It may seem stupid now, but once you get to the end, you'll be at a rate of just doing it way better than other people. Like, I was watching this video from Joe Rogan with this MMA guy, I forget his name right now, but he was really cool. And he talked about like people who, his training philosophy, like people go into the gym to like, they kill the body, they ram it down. But like his philosophy, I forget who he was quoting, but he was saying that like, you just go in, do a little bit today, and then you come back again, and then you come back again, and then you come back again. The amount of volume that you do will be way more than what somebody who has just done so much like high super intensity, because they just went in and died. But you just kept building your blocks slowly. It's like the tortoise and the hare. Tortoise and the hare is the perfect analogy to this. Tortoise and the hare, tortoise takes it nice and slow, the hare runs too fast. And then before they realize it, they run out of time or they run out of energy, and they don't have that inner shit, I don't know what to call it, to finish the race. Carving out that time and making sure that you have a little bit of time to do it every day. Even sometimes, whatever your goal is, it doesn't have to be every day. So, and then the last part that's really important, this is before the last thing that we're gonna talk about, the last part, but this is set an end date. What's your end date to reach your goal? Maybe it's the end of the year, maybe it's the end of the month. You can have little goals to reach each month, and then you can have a bigger goal that happens at the end of the year. I know for myself, last year I wanted to read a book a month. I mean, for some people that's really small, but for me that's really huge because I don't read at all. And I read like 10 pages a day, every day, to finish a book. And maybe some of the books weren't what people would consider like novels or great books, but for me they were great. And in your plans, don't be influenced by other people, because that can be a very easy thing to come by, that other people's perception of what you're doing should change your plan. Your plan is directed just solely at you. You are the only person who is in control of that plan and what the parameters of meeting your goals are. I should talk about that in another video, that's really important. But whatever you decide is what it is what it is. Yeah. I talked about this and I touched on it with the tortoise and the hare. This is the most important part of your whole thing, is be consistent. If you aren't consistent, don't even try and make your plan. You will never achieve anything without some form of consistency. I know that because I tried to run this YouTube channel and I tried to make a YouTube video every day. I tried to do everything every day the right way, but it didn't work out because I didn't have the level of consistency at the time to do what I needed to do. And that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to show up my younger self that we have learned a lot and we know how to get shit done. And you can only get things done if you are consistent. If you are someone who is just wavering and you're like, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll put it off for this, or I'll get to it when I get to it. Those people really make me upset because you're not ready. You don't want to do this. You want to, in your mind, do it, but in actuality, putting it into practice, you can't do it. That part, and I'm getting really upset now because I'm thinking about all the wasted potential that people could do, but they're so lazy. Oh, let me not even go there. They're not lazy, but they're just not at a point where they're just ready to make the sacrifice to do the things that they need to do to get the things that they want. To get the things that you want, you have to give sacrifice. And I will quote this from anime, and I'll put maybe like an anime Bible, but this, if there ever is an anime Bible, there should be this in it. It should be, to gain something of equal value, something must be lost. It is the fact of life. This all-encompassing ideology concept is amazing, but it is true. If you want to gain something with your plan, you have to give up some things and you have to change some aspects of your life to fit those things that you want. Because clearly, the things that you're doing now aren't getting you the results that you want. So, remember, let's go back through it. So, make sure that you plan out what you want to do. Make a roadmap of how you want to get there. Carve out time, set an end goal. And then all in all, with all those things encompassing it, what you want to do is be steady and consistent over time, and you will see your results. In another video, I'm going to talk a little bit more in depth about this planning process because I take it one step further with an app that I use, but we're going to talk all about that in another video, which I'll probably go into the next video, which is putting it into action and how this app can help you put it into action. So we'll talk about that more in the next video. But if you guys made it to the end of this video and you liked what I had to say, please leave a comment about how this helped you or some things that you've struggled with. Maybe I can talk about them in another video. And then don't forget to hit that like button, because if you don't hit the like button and you don't comment and you don't share this, all my engagement goes down. And if you found this valuable, then no one else will find this valuable because you didn't share it, and then I'm gonna guilt you into doing that, and okay. So yeah guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned to the next one. I'll be back at you next week with another video, which I don't know what it's gonna be titled, but it'll go somewhere at the end card of things. And peace and bye.